how's it going everyone? This is the Anime Man. So if you watched my last vlog, I think vlog episode 7, then I promised that I would give you guys a video about the summer 2013 anime season that I just finished. So here you go. I realized also that I'm wearing the same shirt that I was in the vlog because technically I made it yesterday. But anyways, let's get on with the video. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. Last time I did an overall thoughts for the spring 2013 anime season. This time I thought not only I'd give you my overall thoughts on the season, but I'd also give you my personal top 10 series for the season. But first, let's start with the top 10. Are you guys ready? Because I am. That wasn't creepy. Now remember guys, when I say top 10, I mean my personal top 10. So if you guys disagree with it, then that's completely fine. In fact, while you're at it, give me your personal top 10 for the summer 2013 anime season. I'd really like to know. Anyways, let's get going. At number 10, we have a series that I think many of you will be slightly surprised about, and that is Kitakubu Katsudou Kiroku, or I don't want to say the initials because I might get in trouble. This anime is just funny. It's just seriously funny. You know, these slice of life animes, they're just funny and they're entertaining to watch. You know, they might not be the best series out there, but you know, if you guys have read all of my reviews, then you know that I love the slice of life genre. So, that's number 10 for me. At number 9, we have a series that was very highly acclaimed by everybody, and that is WataMote. Should I say this full title? Nah, you guys don't know it anyway. It's 私がモテないのはどう考えてもお前らが悪い. Yeah, but this series as well was very funny. It was one of those series that was just funny, but also really heart-wrenching to watch at the same time. There's just something about the main character that just gave everyone the feels. At number 8, we have another very underrated series in my book, and that is Mushibugyou. I don't know, maybe historical animes aren't everybody's thing, but I personally quite like them, especially if they're done right. And Mushibugyou was definitely done right. The characters were great, the animation was also nice, the story was actually very, very well put together. And I think it was very underrated in my book, so if you haven't watched it, then you should probably go check it out. At number 7, we have another slice of life anime, but a little bit of a different slice of life anime, and that is Uchouten Kazoku. Now, I know many of you didn't watch this series, and I think, you know, that's a little bit of a waste, because it is actually a very, very enjoyable series, and you guys should definitely watch it. I don't want to give too much of the story away, but it is quite entertaining to watch. It's a very light and happy series to watch, so check that out. At number 6, we have, yet again, another underrated series. I think I just put all the underrated series in my top 10s. But number 6 is Genei o Kakeru Taiyou. Again, not many people watch this series, and I find that really disappointing because it's kind of like Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica. Very girly and shoujo, but at the same time it's very dark and psychological and kind of almost horror-ish. And I love that kind of twist in animes. You know, this anime truly defines the term never judge a book by its cover, because on the inside it is dark and psychological as hell. So check this one out. At number 5, we have Kami no Mizo Shiru Sekai Megami-hen, The World God Only Knows Season 3. I mean, the first 2 seasons of The World God Only Knows, if you'd watched it, you'd know that it was good. It was really, really good. But the difference between the first 2 seasons and this season, Season 3, is that this one actually had a very, very strong plot. And it also incorporated many of the other characters from the past seasons and from the manga as well. The only bad thing I can say about this season is that they skipped a lot of chapters from the manga. You see a lot of girls in there that you'd have no idea who they are if you hadn't read the manga. But either way, this season was very, very good. I'd say the best season of The World God Only Knows, just because, you know, the plot was just strong. You know, plot changes everything. It's not everything, but it definitely does change a lot of things, so check that out. At number 4, we have a series that has been my personal favourite from the recent years, and that is Monogatari Series Season 2. It's called the Monogatari Series Season 2 instead of the titles of each light novel that it was the past series, because they had put together many of the later lighter novels into just one big series. I know it hasn't ended yet. I think it's up to around the episode 13 at the moment. But you know, I'm just a sucker for Shaft Studios. You know, their work is just brilliant. And the Monogatari series, both the light novels and the recent series, have just been really, really good. And they've really stepped up with the animation on this one. So if you haven't watched the past seasons, I think Bakemonogatari, Nisei Monogatari, and Neko Monogatari, then you need to go watch those, because that is a very, very good series that is very worth watching. Into the top 3 now, and at number 3 we have High School DD New. I don't know if you pronounce it as High School DD or High School DxD. I've heard some people pronounce it as DxD, but I just like to say DD because, you know, the X is kind of silent, but whatever. But High School DD Season 2, what can I say? Plot, right? But the big difference between Season 1 that had plot is that Season 2 has not only plot, but actual plot as well. Yeah, it's amazing. They can somehow throw real plot within the plot. But yeah, this one was really, really good. I was actually quite surprised at the amount of actual plot as well as the actual plot. So yeah, I hope they make a Season 3, because they kind of ended the season on a short notice, but let's hope for Season 3. And at number 2 we have a series that probably everyone was watching, and that is Danganronpa. I am a sucker for survival horror animes. And these murder mysteries and crossed with psychological and just the whole package was just put together brilliantly. Especially with this production company that made their debut on this series. I can't remember the name of the production company. You should probably Wikipedia it up. The animation style of this series was just really, really good and really, really unique. And I think that's what changed the series for the better. So, if you haven't watched that, then check that one out. And the number 1 greatest from the summer 2013 anime season goes to the series that every single person in the world was probably watching, and that is Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan. What can I say? Seriously, what can I say? I mean, I touched on it a little bit on Vlog episode 7, but if you haven't watched that, then let me clarify it again. It was friggin' awesome. You can't deny that shit. Like, it was awesome. You know, I mean, it had its flaws. I know, it had its flaws. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, and I wouldn't say it's the greatest anime of all time like a lot of people did. But it is definitely noteworthy and definitely worthy of number 1 on this list. So there you have it, that was the top 10. Now for my overall thoughts. I mean, overall, this series was pretty good. I mean, if you've watched my last video, where I give my overall thoughts on the Spring 2013 anime season, here you go, it's up there, then you'd know that I don't really like comparing seasons to seasons, because they're just totally different. You know, every season you watch is guaranteed to have really good series and really bad series. You know, that's how it works. But I'm not the kind of guy who just nitpicks all the good series and just completely denies all the bad series, because you don't know if they're bad series. They're airing at the moment. So I watched everything, basically. I mean, there was a couple of series that, you know, I wasn't too keen on, or I just didn't have the time to watch, but I basically watched everything. So I know the general gist of the entire season. And overall, it was good. I mean, there were definitely some bad series. I mean, if I were to give some names for bad series, I mean, or average series, I mean, Brothers Conflict, it was average. It wasn't great. Kimi no Iru Machi wasn't great, and it was pretty average. But that was kind of overshadowed with all the good series that I just mentioned before in my top 10. I think the one unique thing about the summer 2013 anime season was that there was a wide range of genres, and a lot of different new genres as well. If you watch my first impressions video on the summer 2013 anime season, then you'd know that I touched on all the different kinds of genres, especially the reverse harem genres and the reverse ecchi genres that you'd see in some series, like this and this. And that doesn't make the series bad at all. Just because the series is revolved around a genre or genres that you aren't particularly fond of, then that's not a reason to not watch it. That's what life's all about. You gotta give everything a go. That's what I love about anime, actually. You can use the way that you watch anime and reflect it on real life, you know. Give everything a go. You don't know if it's truly bad until you've watched it with your own 2 eyes. But anyways, overall, I think it was a very good series. If I were to give it a rating out of 10, I'd give it a 7 or an 8. That's pretty decent for an entire season. Like I said, I hadn't watched the entire season, so I don't know everything about the season. I'll leave a list of the series that I did watch in the description box below, so if you want to fill me in on how the other series were that I didn't watch, then that would be appreciated as well. And like I said, leave your thoughts on the summer 2013 anime season and or your top 10 personal favorites from the 2013 anime season. I'd really like to see what you guys thought about this season as well. Anyways, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more anime banter, and I'll see you guys soon. And keep watching anime. Ja ne!